Hey guys, Zerkaa here, and welcome back to my Millwall Career Mode series. And apologies for not loading for the past 2 days, over the weekend basically. I had a really busy weekend and I tried to get videos out, I just didn't manage to find the time obviously with Mother's Day, and I had a party on Saturday and other stuff to do on Saturday as well as that. But anyway, we're currently looking at our squad report. I've missed out a couple of players already. You see that we have Demence's gone up +4, Piazzon's gone up +4 as well, and Vidal's now worth 16 million +3. Benzia is now worth 4.9 +3 as well. Lecointe +2. Banks Landell, one of our youth players that's come through, he's gone up +1, and I've only really featured him here and now. I kind of bring him on as a substitute every once in a while. Obviously he's a left mid and he's kind of got very hard competition in the form of Piazzon and Akiza Imaz. Obviously Piazzon recently has been playing up front, but what I tend to do, I'll get into the 70th minute of the game and I'll move Piazzon back to left mid, take off Akiza Imaz, and I'll put in Lecointe or Benzia up front. Anyway, we're going to our first game against Newcastle here, and we're giving Morales, the guy we signed on loan from Inter, his debut, because one of our players, I think it was Jake Wright, was tired. It might have been Gabriel, I'm not too sure. Had a quick look at the league table there before the game started, as you saw. And we got a really unlucky at the beginning here. Cross came in, Kurt Zuma blocked the first tackle, but then unfortunately it fell straight back to the guy's feet, and he had a little weak shot, a little P-roll into the bottom corner, you'll see here in the replay, and luckily goes in off the post, and that made it 1-0 to Newcastle. So he was chasing the game from there onwards. But luckily Vidal's pace and his strength pushed him past the Newcastle defence there, and he slotted that into the top left hand corner to make it 1-1 and grab that equaliser for us. And obviously that is always important, because as soon as you get that equaliser, the whole momentum of the game switches up, and if you can push on and capitalise on your current shift in momentum, and then you can go on and win the game. And that's exactly what I did. Second half started and Vidal picked up his second goal of the game and our second goal to put us in front and to make it 2-1. And Vidal, it's one of the things about Vidal, I think, as soon as you turn with Vidal, he has the pace to get past the player. You see here, I'm just doing my substitutions, and then we're in the 70th minute now, we're 2-1 up. Put a nice cross in with our little bicycle kick corner we got going on, and Ake scores a bicycle kick for us, and it's starting to work in career mode. It hasn't really worked in career mode at all. I think in the last episode, or the episode before that, I scored on with Jake Wright, and now scored on Nathan Ake. Of all players we score in these, it's the players that you wouldn't really expect. Anyway, so going to 88th minute now, obviously we brought Lecointe on, and Lecointe scores, make it 4-1 there, and that's always good for Lecointe to grab a goal, because you want him to get goals, because, as we said, I don't know, he shows glimpses of being a really good player, but then again, he comes on sometimes and he's absolutely awful. Same with Benzia, so we'll see what we can do, but I think it'd be hard for either Lecointe or Benzia to replace Piazzon and Vidal up front. At this current moment in time, they seem like going to be the pair for us for the future, and if we can hold on to them, we can have a really good chance of actually pushing on in future seasons. I've suddenly picked up a lisp. In future seasons, in picking up the points to move on to the top of the league and towards the Champions League. And obviously, as we said, the main objective for us is to win the Champions League of this series anyway. You see we're currently in 10th by looking at the league table here. We've won 8, drawn 7 and lost 9. We've got a goal difference of +3, and we're not too far off. We're 20 points off Man United in 5th, and we're 15 points ahead of West Ham in 18th. And obviously we're going to be happy with West Ham being in the relegation spots as it stands. Now look at the top scorers of the season so far. Adebayor is still up there, but Vidal has picked up a load of goals, and he is now in second place with 16 goals, only 4 off of Adebayor. If we scroll down, we see Piazzon is actually there with 7 goals, sitting in 18th place, and that's the only things we got on there. And you go to assists, and Piazzon actually has 6 assists, sitting in 4th. I think Adebayor was top again now, I'm not too sure, I think I saw that. And then we have Redmond and Benzia there, both with 4 assists as well. So Benzia has got 4 assists, even though he doesn't really play that much, he comes on as a substitute. And what I tend to do, with Demences obviously being young, he's only 16 years old, you guys said that I have to play Demences. He's 16 years old and he's already turned into be a great player. But sometimes I take off Demences in the 60th, 70th minute, and I'll bring on Benzia at cam, because loads of you guys said that Benzia actually plays a lot better for you as a centre attacking midfielder, and I think I'd agree with you. I mean, that has kind of shown through in the recent games. I've actually brought him on and put him in that position, so maybe I'll keep trying that in the near future. And we went 1-0 down against Arsenal pretty early on there. It was Theo Walcott scored, and it was a bit of a crappy goal to concede. One of those goals where the ball kind of bounced around in the box and then it just fell to his feet perfectly, and he was on through on goal. And that put us 1-0 down, and obviously you didn't want that to happen against Arsenal, because if anything, you want to try and hold a clean sheet for as long as possible against any team in the top 5 in the league, especially the Arsenal's main eyes, because you don't want to concede, because as soon as they get a goal, they're going to push on and usually go on to score more. So I did try my best to get a goal back, and I had a few little small chances here, no clear-cut chances, and I didn't capitalise on those chances I had anyway. Podolski put a ball in here to Walcott, and it's headed out, and kind of bounces around again, and Walcott picks it up in the box, turns around, passes the wheel shot on the edge of the area. He has a shot, it is blocked, And again, it just fell for them. It fell straight to Dzeko's feet, and he scored that. And just the luck was on their side in this game, and that was so obvious. So, like, both of their goals scored. If they didn't have the luck on their side, they wouldn't have happened. They have a free kick here in the 43rd minute. They did a little cheeky pass there to Ramsey, and Ramsey managed to slot that in. And I was not expecting that from the computer. I mean, maybe you'd expect that for someone online, but I was not expecting the computer to do that. They completely done me there, and I was just literally just shocked when they did that. And obviously I was 3-0 down before half time, and I was pretty not angry, just frustrated. So my defence went to shit. And you see here, like you'll see, I go in for like stupid slide tackles here and here again. And then they make it 4-0 before even half time's even happened. And I was getting a battering. And I knew I needed to change something, but I just didn't know what I needed to change. So what I actually did, I just didn't change anything. And I decided that I was just going to turn on sweat mode. I was going to focus as much as I possibly could and make sure I defended properly. And you'll see here, 52nd minute, a very interesting goal to score from Vidal here. The through ball was played, and it was ahead of both Vermaelen and Vidal. And somehow Vidal kind of like strengthened his way around him, and his pace got the better of Vermaelen, and he scored that to make it 4-1. Pulled us a goal back, and then again Vidal picks up a goal here from the edge of the area. I think it took a dip. It took a rebound. Otherwise, that shot had a ridiculous dip on it. They made it 4-2, and at this point, I thought I could actually do it. I thought I could come back in it, so I went attacking, went all out, and I was like, I had nothing to lose realistically, because if anything, maybe I go 5-2 or 6-2 down. But I might as well push on and try and get the equaliser, or like, well, not equaliser. I might as well push on to try and get the 2 goals equalised. Now this is the game-changing moment, because if I had scored from that cross right there, then I think I would have gone on and managed to get the equaliser. But I got brought down. I've showed you the slow-mo replay here. I got brought down. The penalty wasn't given. I mean, I would have given the penalty, but I guess that's kind of biased because obviously I was the one who was playing and that was against me. But because of that, I couldn't really find a goal after this. I've created some chances. That was the best of the chances I created. That was in the 89th minute there anyway. That would have been too late. So we did a good job in the second half. I mean, we changed the result around. It could have been a lot worse. I mean, we could have lost like 8-0. So we kind of held on to our pride in that one, but still, it was just a very disappointing result to concede 4 goals as well, because we had our goal difference kind of sorted out, and now it's kind of trying to drop him back down. So we now sit in 11th place, won 8, drawn 7, and lost 10 with a goal difference of +1. And we're not doing too bad. We're still in mid-table. We're still achieving our objective that we set, so that we gave to the board, and that was the reason why they gave us extra money at the beginning of the season. So going to our next game now against Fulham. Now this is an FA Cup game, and Fulham are actually in the Championship as it stands. So it's a game that I definitely needed to win and should win as well. Obviously, because I said I wanted to progress as far as possible in the cups, and I got into the semi-final of the cup, the Capital. I got into the semi-final of the Capital One Cup, and I got knocked out by Tottenham. So I wanted to try and press on in the FA Cup, because this is the round of 16 now, so we're pretty close to getting quite far in the tournament. So it's a very important game for us to win. And luckily, we get a penalty here in the 14th minute, and Piazon steps up and takes that, obviously because he was the one who got fouled, and he made that 1-0 and converted that penalty, and that is his 9th goal in all competitions there. And we have a little bicycle kick corner again, and it kind of nearly pays off. Dementis gets his head up, but it headers it slightly over. And that's a good thing with that corner. It's not just for bicycle kicks. I mean, you can actually not pass it out. You can actually cross it later and actually go for a normal headers. So I definitely will show you that at some point soon. But I mean, if any of you know how to create a custom tactic, it's pretty obvious on how to make it anyway. But obviously you saw that they equalised, and then I gave away the penalty myself. I mean, it was a bit of a weak penalty. He kind of shot and fell over. I don't really know if it was a penalty or not. I've watched it a couple of times. I'm still not sure. But they converted that, and they made it 2-1 and took the lead. And I panicked at this point because I just knew they was going to sit back, and that's exactly what they did. They put a lot of players behind the ball, and they did become very hard to break down. And luckily, in the 64th minute here, I managed to break them down. And it's weird, like on FIFA, these crappy shots go in. It's always the little P-rollers that seem to go in. And I've noticed it. Like, so something I've changed in my playstyle recently is I go for lower shots, because I always think that if you shoot high, it always seems to be saved. If you shoot nice and low and it's slow, it goes in. It's really hard to understand and wrap your head around. Moving to 83rd minute now, and the worst thing possible happened. They passed across goal, and Berbatov scored there to make it 3-2. And I mean, to be fair, for Fulham being in the Championship, they have a very strong side, so they still have all of their players. And unfortunately, embarrassingly as well, we lost that game 3-2, and we are now out of the FA Cup. So we literally have nothing really to play for now for this season. I mean, we're out of the FA Cup, we're out of the Capital One Cup. We can't exactly, like, it's not. We're in the Premiership, so it's not likely like we can push on and try and get promoted or win the title or anything. Or I guess we could try and push for a Europa League. I don't know what position that is. That 7th you have to come in, or 6th? No, it's 6th you have to come. But still, we haven't really got much to play for this season. I guess we just got to try and hold that mid-table spot. That's the end of today's episode. If you enjoyed it, then please do leave a like. As always, it'd be really appreciated. If you want to check out my Minecraft series I've got on my second channel, then there's a link to that as well. If you want to check out my second channel, there's going to be a lot of new videos on that soon. I've got a lot of stuff. I've got a lot of stuff in the works, not just like Minecraft and Let's Plays. I've got to try and do some different kind of videos. So if you want to check that out, then please go and subscribe to that channel. And I shall see you guys next time. Goodbye.